Today I'm going to complete the little challenge I set myself of running a new character all the way from a Sidewinder to a fleet carrier before they launch. Today's video is sponsored by SecretLab. We all strive for the best possible gaming experience, but the importance of a good quality chair is often underestimated. SecretLab produces some of the most comfortable and high quality gaming chairs you can get. So upgrade your commander chair today and fly in style and comfort. Follow the link in the video description to their store, type in your height, your weight, and it will tell you which chairs fit you for the best possible seating experience. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous with Down to Earth Astronomy. So it's time for another update on the Sidewinder to Fleet Carrier project. I'm here on my Fleet Carrier alt. Not sure I'm going to keep it on this character, but it was just a small challenge for myself. Just so you can see the status, I'm currently sitting at 4,974,000 credits. So I'm about to do another mining run, and that should be my last one. After this one, I should be done, and I should have the 5 billion credits needed to go out and buy a fleet carrier. Just so we can see here, I'm just going to open up the codex. You can see here it's currently this 22nd of May, and we're going to look into some other stats regarding play times and all that the other stuff. But I think we're just going to go and get this mining trip started. First of all, this is not a recommended guide that I recommend any players to follow. I have had people reach out to me and ask and say, oh, I've been following this guide, and like, oh, don't. This is not a guide. This is not a go do this if you're a new player. This was a challenge to myself. This is essentially a speed run. Again, not really a real speed run because I haven't been doing this most optimally. But overall, this was just a fun little exercise. This was just a fun little exercise I did to challenge myself a little bit. And it definitely looks like it's going to succeed here. Now, I want to talk about some of the methods that I've been using, because obviously, if you've been following this series, you'll know I got up until I got the mining python, I kitted that out, and then it's just mining all day long. You can, if you have a good mind for grind, then you can really sit and you can just mine those 5 billion. Now, I enjoy mining, but 5 billion is still a lot of money. It's a lot of trips. So what I did, I would constantly keep an eye on the prices on Coriolis, and whenever the Coriolis on Inara, and when the prices were good, I would reach out in my community Discord server, where I would see if there were anybody up for running a mining wing. And more often than not, well, actually pretty much all evenings, there were someone who said, hey, prices are good, I want to go and do some mining too. And then we winged up and we flew together and had a chat, and it was a lot of fun. And then maybe I did 1 or maybe 2 runs in a single night and made like 3, maybe half a billion credits in a single evening. Did that every time the prices were high, found some people, went out and mined some credits until I had everything I needed. Though I should say though, today the prices here are not necessarily the best. They're pretty mediocre, to be honest. But I decided to just get it done today because I wanted to record this video. So that's why I'm mining today, even though the prices are not perfect. Now, there's another thing I also want to mention, and that is how much money you actually need to run a fleet carrier. Obviously, the price tag is 5 billion, but that doesn't mean that 5 billion and you're good to go. I mean, obviously, you will need quite a bit more. I mean, if you want to kit this thing out as well, then you're going to need some extra billions, or not an extra billion, let's say 1 billion. I don't know how much it's going to be total, and if you also want to have a little bit spare in case you actually want to buy some ships to put in said fleet carrier, then it's probably a good idea to add yet another billion. And if you also want to have a little bit for upkeep, so you're not going to run out of money immediately, well, add another, at least I would say. I mean, if you're going to end up with an upkeep, depending on how we're going to kit it out, you can end up with an upkeep up to like 26 million credits a week. So if you want to have, I mean, depending on your own tolerances, but you probably want to have at least a few months of upkeep lying around. So I would say a good point where you are at, where I would actually recommend people say, yeah, you probably have enough to go buy yourself a fleet carrier, is probably like the 8 to 10 billion mark. And in that area, I think this would be pretty comfortable going and buying a fleet carrier, because you have enough for the carrier itself, you have enough to outfit it, you have enough to keep it flying for a decent amount of time, and you still have some money left you can spend in case you want to go and buy yourself a new ship, or well, pay for a rebuy. So I feel like I want to use this opportunity to also talk about how to keep yourself like active or not get completely burned out on a game like Elite. I mean, it's one of those games where you really need to set yourself some goals, have yourself some small projects. And I found over the now many years I've been playing this game that the best that works the best for me is to always have multiple projects running at the same time. So that means I would always have, I want to go and test out this ship build, or I want to go and visit this nebula somewhere, or in this case, now I have this alt where I need to go and do some mining. And that means that I have multiple options of what I can do. And I can see, okay, tonight the mining prices are not good, so I'm not going to go mining. I'm going to go and do maybe some exploration or something else. Or maybe I'm going to go and do some combat if I want to do that, or work for Terra X or a faction or whatever I feel like that evening. Don't rush it, take it nice and easy, and yeah, enjoy the ride, because that's really what I think Elite is all about. Just enjoy the trip and do what you think is fun. And then, well, if you need credit, go and make something that makes a lot of credit, but don't do that just days on end unless you really enjoy it. I think actually with this asteroid here, I made a complete mess of my positioning of this one, so I'm just going to go and move over to a slightly better position just for the last bit here. I don't think I'm going to completely finish this run, simply because, well, this character was just about to get up to 5 billion, and then, well, I don't know what to do with it. Maybe, I don't know, transfer the credits over to my main account using the fleet carriers once they come out. I don't know, or maybe just, I don't know, reset the account again. Let's just actually see how much I needed again. I needed like 25.5, right? And I have 30 tons, so that should definitely bring me enough. I'm just going to pick up the fragments from this, then I think just going to go to the cell location. This is going to be quite a short trip. I've only been out here for like, what, 15 minutes or something like that. So here we are. This should be our final cell location. Actually a small station. There was one really close. The demand should be really low, but it doesn't matter. We don't have that much cargo anyway, so we should be just fine. Let's just go ahead and let's just once again have a look at the credits. We're again sitting at 4,974,000,000. And when we find our low temps, there we go, 41 million. 1.3, that's not too bad actually. Let's go ahead and let's sell that, and that should bring us above the 5 billion mark. Not too bad. Now, I want to go in and have a look at the amount of playtime that I actually have on this character now. I should keep in mind that, not session log, it is stats. That playtime doesn't reset when you reset the character. Playtime is on the account and not actually the character. And I had about 10 hours of gameplay on this account before I started this little Sidewinder to fleet carrier thing. 2 days and 2 minutes. So it's taken me approximately 1 day and 14 hours of playtime to go from a stock Sidewinder and 1,000 credits up to now having a decent mining Python and 5 billion credits to my name. So that's not too bad, I think. And it's been a fun little challenge. I would definitely do something like this again at some point, play a character up. If there are any other challenges you want me to see, try to complete, well, do let me know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little series. If you did, give this video a like, subscribe, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.